Hi, Jack. Since you are on your break also, can I talk to you about something?
Sure, Diane. What's up?
Jack, don't you think the world is so unpredictable today with war, violence and broken promises from our political leaders that many people are frightened about the future? These are certainly critical times that we are living in. Do you think that there will ever be a time of peace on the earth?
Well, yes, Diane, I do. Since I am a Christian, I believe that Jesus Christ will rule and reign for 1,000 years, and it will be a time of peace, safety and happiness on the earth.
That's great, Jack. I am a Jehovah's Witness and we believe that also. Do you know that many religions are not teaching that? In fact, many of them are teaching pagan beliefs like the Trinity and the existence of hell.
I didn't know that you are a Jehovah's Witness, Diane.
Yes, I usually don't like to talk about it at work, but I can give you some literature to read.
I have actually perused some of your material before. In fact, I read a Watchtower publication from April the 1st, 1972. On page 197 it stated that the Watchtower is Jehovah's prophet.
Yes, that's why it is such a great organization.
Diane, did you know that the Watchtower Society has made many erroneous predictions?
Can you give me an example of one?
Charles Taze Russell, the first president of the Watchtower Society, calculated 1874 as the year of Christ's second coming, and taught that Christ was invisibly present and ruling from the heavens since that year. Russell proclaimed Christ's invisible return in 1874, the resurrection of the saints in 1875, and predicted the end of the harvest and the rapture of the saints to heaven for 1878, and the final end of the day of wrath in 1914. 1874 was considered the end of 6,000 years of human history and the beginning of judgment by Christ. A 1917 Watchtower Society publication predicted that in 1918, God would begin to destroy churches and millions of their members.
Where did you get this information?
Look it up, Diane. It's out there. Want more? J.F. Rutherford, who succeeded Russell as president of the Watchtower Society, predicted that the millennium would begin in 1925, and that biblical figures such as Abraham, Isaac, Jacob and David would be resurrected as princes. The Watchtower Society bought property and built a house, Beth Sarim, in California for their return. From 1966, statements in Jehovah's Witness publications raised strong expectations that Armageddon would arrive in 1975. In 1974, witnesses were commended for selling their homes and property to finish out the rest of their days in this old system in full-time preaching. In 1976, the Watchtower advised those who had been disappointed by the failure of the predictions for 1975 to adjust their viewpoint because their understanding had been based on wrong premises, but 4 years later the Watchtower Society admitted its responsibility in building up hope regarding 1975.
Well, maybe there were a few mistakes made in the past that have been corrected by the organization, so what?
Diane, have you ever read Deuteronomy 18:20-22? It says, "The prophet who presumes to speak in my name a word that I have not commanded him to speak, or who speaks in the name of other gods, that prophet must die." And in case you should say in your heart, "How shall we know the word that Jehovah has not spoken?" When the prophet speaks in the name of Jehovah and the word does not occur or come true, that is the word that Jehovah did not speak. Diane, according to this passage, how are we to test if someone who claims to be a prophet is a true prophet or a false one?
Well, it's according to if the word comes true or not, but, the Watchtower, like I already said, has admitted to making mistakes in the past. In fact, they have always corrected them. That's one of the reasons why it's such a good organization.
I can understand that men make mistakes. I certainly make mistakes too. However, can you show me in Deuteronomy 18, or anywhere in the Bible, where it says that someone who claims to be God's prophet can predict something that doesn't come to pass and still be God's true prophet if he admits his mistake?
Well, if you look at Proverbs 4:18, it says, "But the path of the righteous ones is like the bright light that is getting lighter and lighter until the day is firmly established."
So, Do you mean that the Watchtower Society continues to get progressive light in order to correct erroneous teachings from the past?
Yes, exactly.
Come on, Diane, since the light continues to get brighter, how do you know that the things the Watchtower is teaching you today won't become error 5 years from now?
Well, look, the Watchtower doesn't claim to be inspired. Again, we've had some mistakes in the past and we're willing to admit it?
By claiming to be a prophet, the Watchtower Society automatically claims inspiration from God. That is what a prophet is, one who speaks for God. Since the Watchtower admittedly was in error many times in the past, are you, as a Jehovah Witnesses, obligated to believe everything they currently teach you is true? Isn't it possible, since the light gets brighter, that some things you are taught now as truth are actually false?
You know, there are a lot of people around who are trying to slander Jehovah's organization. They reveal people with nothing better to do except put down faithful followers of Jehovah.
Well, okay, Diane, but I would encourage you to research these things that I am telling you about. Moreover, there are many problems with Jehovah Witness theology.
Like what?
Well, I know of 45 primary errors. We don't have time to get into all of them.
Okay. Jack, just give me one.
Well, there is the error regarding salvation. Jehovah Witness believe in salvation by faith and works. But this is not biblical. The Bible teaches that salvation is a free gift. You cannot earn it in any way. Salvation is by faith through grace, with no works involved. Take a look at Ephesians 2:8-9 or Galatians 2:16.
Jack, are you trying to make me a Christian?
Just trying to help you see the truth, Diane.
Well, thanks, Jack, but I think I found it already.
Okay. Diane, I'll pray for you.